Good morning and welcome back to another video. I am in Liverpool. I was hoping to pick up my trailer last night, but unfortunately because of the storm before Christmas, instead of being able to drop your trailer into the docks 24 hours before the sailing, it's now 12 hours because the dock at Holyhead broke. So now all of the Holyhead traffic is going through Birkenhead, which is the port that we normally use. But instead of picking up my trailer last night, I am going in at 4:30 in the morning. I'm just going to pop out and do my daily checks and then I can go. As always, I do my walk around check to start the day. It's something that must be done before you start driving, and you're always hoping that you won't find anything wrong, as normally that will mean wasted time in one form or another. I'm just filling out the daily checks on the app and then I can go. I'm parked just down the road from the dock, so it will only take me 5 minutes to get there. I'm hoping it won't be busy this morning, but with this 12-hour rule in place, it's likely that a lot of people will be in the same position as me. It looks like we have a bit of a queue this morning. And I have 5 lorries in front of me. So not too bad, but could be better. At least I can drink my cup of tea while I'm waiting. Morning. I do. Perfect, thank you very much. Cheers. First thing I have to do is drop this trailer in the Belfast shipping lanes, and then I need to go and find my trailer, which is the step frame again, so it should be easy to find, although it was a bit tricky last time. I'm going to look in the place where I found it last time and hope that helps. I cannot see it as I'm coming in at the moment. It will be here somewhere. I was going to say it is fairly full in here today, but then I found a few spaces all in the same place. Just need to try and get in. So I need to get the trailer within the space. A head torch is a must at this time of year. So the first thing I am going to do is wind down the legs. Then I can disconnect all of the Susies. There are 5 to do in total. Number plate. Next thing is the clip. And the last thing is the pin. Yeah, it's going to work nice and easy this morning, thank goodness. So all I do is pull away and then I put the air down on the back. And then as the unit pulls away, the fifth wheel is not touching the trailer at all. Now I need to go and find my trailer. Oh, I think I may have just spotted it. Into neutral, handbrake on, and I'm just going to check that I am in the right place under the pin. I put the air on the back of the truck up so it's touching the bottom of the trailer. I'm going to reverse back onto the pin. 2 shunts forwards. I'm happy with that. Handbrake on, engine off. So the first thing I do, as always, is put the clip back in. Clip back in. Then I connect the Susies, and I'm basically doing what I did, dropping the trailer in reverse. I'm not going to. Oh, they are just. The legs can sometimes be a bit stiff to start if there's a lot of pressure on them. I already have the air right up, but the trailer was dropped quite high, so I'm very glad that I got them moving. So already I can see that the muck spreader is hanging out over the back of the trailer, which you're allowed a metre at the back. So I just need to be aware of that if I need to back into anywhere. So now that I've picked up the trailer, I need to do yet another walk around check. Check the trailer, have a little look what's on the trailer, make sure that everything is tight. I also need to look for my paperwork, which is probably in this box down here. Right. Cornish tractors. My lights are working, that's one good thing. My first place, I've got 4 big bell tippers. So the one at the front is the plant mech. So that's going to Cornish tractors. That's my last drop. There's a Land Roller there. the bell tippers are either side of the muck spreader. I've got 4 land rollers up the top of the trailer. Oh, that's going to the same place. So they're getting big bell tippers, land rollers and blades. And then I'm going down to Kingsbridge for the muck spreader and the tow along land roller, which is in the middle here. I was thinking I've got 4 deliveries to make, but I don't. I've got 3 deliveries and 1 collection. I've got to pick up apparently some tractor wheels, so I'm not sure what they're going to look like.
I have one last check of everything just before I leave to make sure that I haven't missed anything.
Now I just need to work out where I am going. I did have a little look last night. Chris did give me the heads up of where I am going first thing so that I can work out when I needed to start. I need to be over there for 8, half 8, which I'm on target to do. I just need to sign my ticket for when I go out because they will take the ticket and check the trailer against the ticket and then I can go.
They check the trailer as I leave the docks and I'm allowed to go. My first drop is in North Wales, just off of the A5 near Glenconway. So I head down the M53 towards Chester. There are a few ways I could have gone down to the delivery point, but I've chosen the most lorry-friendly way for this time in the morning. This journey is just under 80 miles and will take me just short of 2 hours to complete. It starts to get light as I drive down the windy A5 and eventually I pull into the lay-by where I'm unloading. The farm where the dealership is isn't big enough to get an Arctic in, so I stop just down the road in a lay-by. And the chaps from the dealership will bring down a tractor, trailer and a handler to unload me. I'm just going to give them a quick ring to let them know that I'm here.
Hello.
Hiya, it's Chris Bradford's driver. I got a Fleming's delivery for you.
In 2 minutes, I'm on
Yeah.
the way down now.
All right, no worries. All right, cheers, bye.
The chaps were waiting for my call and were here in no time.
All right. Yeah, not too bad.
We set about unstrapping the bits that are theirs. They bring the handler round to take the weight of the first roller before the last strap is removed.
Nearly there. Clear.
These guys are having all 4 of the rollers at the neck of the trailer, so we just repeat the process of unloading for the last 3 rollers to come off. With a bit of teamwork, it doesn't take too long at all. And before we know it, the rollers are off of my trailer and onto theirs. These guys are also having the bell tippers at the back, which are either side of the muck spreader. There are 4 in total and they're quite easy items to unload. Then I just need to tidy up my straps, get the paperwork signed and I can go.
Yeah, ideal. No, that's perfect, thank you. I need to go back down that way because I'm going down to Kingsbridge in Devon.
Devon?
Yeah, that's my next drop.
I'll wait for you if you like. If you want to go to the other place you turn out, I'll go in front of you with a telehandler.
Yeah.
There's the tractor and trailer turned round and heading back.
Back in the cab, the chap's just going to go up to the next lay-by and make sure that everything's okay because I'm going to have to turn around up in the next lay-by. My next drop is in Kingsbridge, so I'm going to head down that way. It's going to take me probably around 6 hours-ish to get there. So he's running out in the road to make sure the traffic stops, which is fantastic. It does help. There's not a huge amount of room here and I'm going to have to try to take up as much space as I can. There we go. A little beat, thank you.
I don't get very far back down the A5 before I'm stuck behind the bin lorry, right in the middle of a narrow village. I stay on the A5 towards Shrewsbury, and the further I go down the A5, the better it gets. I take the bypass around Shrewsbury, where there are quite a few roundabouts, and eventually I make it onto the M54, followed by the M6 heading southbound. At Birmingham, which was surprisingly quiet today, I take the M5. This journey is about 290 miles, and as I said before, will take me around 6 hours, which will mean I will need to stop for a break on the way down, as we are only allowed to drive for 4.5 hours before we must take a break. So when I'm getting near to my 4.5 hours, I pull into the services and I reverse into a space, ready to take a break.
I'm going to stop for a break here and I'm going to go and have a quick shower, get a coffee, and then I can make my way down to Kingsbridge. And I'm not sure how far I am away. I am 2 hours and 9 minutes. Place after that, place where I'm going after I'm dropping off the muck spreader and the tow along roller is only about 20 minutes, 25 minutes from my drop. So hopefully, what I'm hoping is I can get that off and I can get the collection on. That is the plan, but hopefully I can get there in time because it is now 10 to 1. So by the time I've had a 45-minute break, it's going to be 25 to 2, 25 to 3, 25 to 4. I might do it before 5. Hopefully somebody will do it on their way home because I have to ring somebody half an hour before to get them to go down there, so they might do it on their way home. Hopefully, we'll see. I hope the shower is working because I have managed to get myself a little bit dirty. There is only one shower on this side of the motorway, which is men's and women's. And as I was walking up, I noticed that somebody else just went in there. So I've decided to walk to the other side of the motorway and go in the ladies on this side. Hope it's open. Yes. Hey, hello. Warm the shower up. One thing I always do as soon as I get into the shower and make sure that the shower works, because I've done it many a time years ago where you get undressed, press the button and the shower doesn't work and you're like, oh, for God's sakes. That's that done. I'm all clean now, so back over the bridge and go and get a coffee, I reckon. And it's back to my truck with my coffee. Before I go, I'm just going to give the next delivery a call, just to let them know that I'm coming. They are having the muck spreader and the end tow roller.
Select from one of the following. Press 1 for parts and agriculture engineering.
I never really know which one to pick because there's not really an option for deliveries.
Good afternoon, Ashley speaking.
Hiya, it's Gemma from Bradford Transport. I've got a delivery from Fleming. I should be with you about 3:45 if that's okay.
Okay, no worries, that's perfect.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, cheers. Cheers,
Cheers,
bye. Let's push on down and try and get this off as soon as possible.
I head out of the services and back onto the M5, hoping that the traffic is going to be kind to me today. I go over the Gordano Valley and past my hometown of Bridgewater, following the M5 all the way down to the end, where I move over to the right and I take the A38. As I'm heading down the A38, I look out for the junction for Totnes, where once again I head into some windy, narrow roads. This is an area that I know fairly well as I used to come down this way quite a bit with Wayne's. As I get into Totnes, I hit a bit of traffic. However, it is school run time, so I'm going to put it down to that. Eventually, I get through the traffic and I head down the A381, where the road gets even tighter and windier in places. The dealership I'm going to is just before Kingsbridge, so I turn right down a narrow lane. I've collected grain and delivered feed down this lane a few times, so I was already prepared for what it was like. Fortunately for me, the dealership is right on this corner, so I can pull round and back down to it. There won't be enough space here for me to pull into the yard, so I need to find an appropriate space on the roadside. Someone is here waiting for me and he points me in the direction of the best place to park. Once I'm in situ, I can get the tow end roller and the muck spreader unstrapped and get the ramp set up at the back of the trailer to take the muck spreader off. Once the ramps are in place, the chap comes along with a handler and hitches up to the muck spreader to take it down the ramp and takes it down to their yard ready to be sold. They have decided to lift the tow end roller off as it does come with lifting eyes, so I make sure that that one is all unstrapped, ready to take off. They don't know where the chains are, but they have gone to find them. Hopefully they'll be back soon because I did say to the other chap that I would be there at 5 o'clock. They couldn't find the chains, but they managed to find some straps which will do the same job. Once the straps are attached to the roller, he comes in with the handler and I can hook the straps up onto the handler. He slowly takes the strain with the handler and then gently lifts it off the ground. And I just guide it gently so that it doesn't twist before the other chap takes over for me as it comes off of the trailer. Whilst they're doing that, I get my ramps strapped back down onto the trailer.
That's that done, so the chap's just going to watch me around the corner to make sure I get round. Hopefully, I can still get loaded.
There you go, you're right. Yeah, go for it.
Thank you.
It was school traffic on the way down, but now it seems that I've hit the beginning of rush hour, and what's normally a pretty quiet place seems to have quite a bit of traffic, and I need to do a little bit of manoeuvring to get out of the junction, whilst everybody stares at me like I'm in the wrong and I shouldn't be here. But unfortunately, that's just one thing that comes with this sort of job. My collection is near Ipplepen, which is only about 25 minutes away, but as I get towards Totnes, I hit some more traffic.
I don't know what's going on, but the traffic doesn't seem to be moving at all. I haven't moved now for 15 minutes and I'm very late, almost 45 minutes late, so I'm not sure whether they're going to hang on for me or not. I haven't heard anything back. I have let them know that I'm going to be late, but it's just turned into a right disaster.
Eventually, I get back on the move again, and it seemed that there was roadworks through Totnes, which could have been the cause of the problem earlier on top of the school traffic. So a journey that should have taken me 20 to 25 minutes has now taken me over an hour and a half. Once again, this place is off the beaten track and down a narrow lane. As I approach the gate, I'm relieved that the chap is still here. Even though I let them know that there was problems, I did think that they might have got fed up of waiting and gone home. He lets me know where I need to go and I pull into the gateway and around into the farm. There's very little light here, so I just take it very steady. As I pull round, he's ready and waiting for me with the pallet. And it looks like it's a pallet of tractor rims. I pull up to where he's asked me to park and he gets straight on with loading the truck. I've only got one delivery to make tomorrow, so I've got plenty of room to put this pallet on. It's so dark here that this is definitely a job for the head torch. Once it's strapped down and secure, I gingerly make my way out of the gateway and back on to the narrow lane. The chap watches me out as it's very difficult to see, and although I can't really see him, he's going to give me a shout if I need to stop. And if that's not enough, straight out of the gateway is a tight left-hand turn, where I need to be careful at the front and at the back of the truck. If that's not enough, I meet plenty of traffic on my short distance up to the main road. After all that, I'm pretty relieved to be back up onto the main road, and I need to start thinking about parking up somewhere. I know of an industrial estate in Newton Abbot, which is the only safe place I can think of round here, and it's the only place I know of where I can get to within my time.
It's now 7:30 and I'm finally parked up. That last part of the day, getting through Totnes, was such hard work. Well, it wasn't hard work, but it was just so frustrating. I've picked up the rims that I needed to get, which is great, and I parked up within my time. To get over to my next drop, it's going to take me about an hour and a half. So I need to be there for 8 in the morning. I will leave here probably about 6:30. I'm just going to pop out and check the load before I put myself on rest. 14.5 hour day. I'm not sure about the driving. It's under 9. That's partly down to the fact that I wasn't actually moving in the traffic. I was just stationary for so long. Before I go out, I am just going to put my tea in the microwave. I think it's backwards. It's basically chipotle beef. Oh, I can't. My accent. Basically a beef chilli with rice. What I've done, I've taken my ramps off of my trailer and I've lifted the air up on my tag. I've put the ramps underneath the tag axle and then put the tag axle down. So there's so much weight on there now, no one can nick them. It's sad that we have to do this, but I'm parked on an industrial estate. I don't know who's going to be about tonight. There's nowhere near here that I can get to that is secure parking within half an hour because I've had so many problems. And to be fair, there's not really that many places past Exeter that you can go and park in. It's ridiculous. Go and have me tea. So this is my tea tonight. I'm actually really looking forward to this. I've I've been so uptight getting through that traffic. I kind of forgot that I was hungry. Now that I stopped, I feel quite hungry. Tea's done, got a cup of tea, and I'm just going to chill out for a bit before going to bed. Ready for another day tomorrow.
The next day, I got my last delivery off at Cornish Tractors, and maybe the traffic was so bad last night because there was a full moon. Thanks for watching. Don't forget you can get my merch at f28print.com.